Hunters! Got the boys together. And guess what this is? What is it, Ronan? It's a bunch of foam!
A bunch of foam!
But what is it gonna be? What creature from Harry Potter? A hippogriff. Which hippogriff? What animal? What character? Huh? You remember? Buckbeak!
Buckbeak.
Buckbeak, remember? Okay, here's Buckbeak. He doesn't look like Buckbeak, but he will. Let me show you the picture. So here's our inspiration. It's when he's lying down in the pumpkin patch by Hagrid's hut. And so we're going to have a cool pumpkin patch, and he's going to be sitting down in there. So we got the glue and the foam, and we've slapped it all together. We're waiting for it to dry, and then we're going to start slicing the foam away and creating our own Buckbeak hippogriff. Stay tuned for more pictures. Okay, Hunters, here we are with Buckbeak. He looks still very much blocky, but I've been working on his front legs and a little bit of his chest, obviously not the head. And then Ronan is going to work on, since he's gotten some skills, he's going to start working on the back area. So he's going to shave off this area here. So now that he's worked on straight lines, now he's going to work on curved lines. Are you ready? Okay, go ahead and turn your tool on. He has to warm up a little bit, and then you're able to start. Okay. Okay, remember, you let it do the cutting. Let the knife do the cutting. You don't force it down. There you go. Okay, now keep it up and down, and you'll get a nice, flat, smooth cut. The less I have to fix later with clay. Okay, now let it do the cutting. You'll feel it when it's loose, and then you can move it along. There you go. Remember, when you use your hands to pull the piece away, do not touch the wire. Okay, keep it up and down. You kind of have it at an angle. There you go. Okay, it's bowing pretty bad. You have to let it do cutting, okay? Okay, now don't let the wire touch it. Don't let the electrical wire touch it. Okay, you need to turn it. Can you turn it so that the wire is on this side? Okay, now careful, careful. What is the rule? What's the rule?
Careful.
Slowly. How you doing?
Good.
It looks good. Looks very good. Remember to do Remember to let it do its cutting, okay? He's cutting.
No, he's cutting.
Run, watch out, watch out. Good boy. Hey Hunters, here's an update on Buckbeak. As you can see, he's mostly carved out of foam. There's a couple more spots where I need to cut away a bit more. But he's very close to being done foam-wise. And he's pretty big. He's not completely full scale, but he's close. And so I'm trying to do this, I think we showed this before, but I'm trying to do this position, this kind of pose for him. And so my next step is he needs a beak, obviously, and I need to finish the top part of his head, and he has no wings. And so we're going to put wings on him, and he needs some back feet, so I need another piece of foam. And I'm going to be kind of filling out the areas. I've already started putting on the paper mache clay, and so he'll have a skin, and I'll probably take a skewer and kind of put some lines on there to look like feathers. And I've also done something else. I have an idea. I made a hole in his shoulder where the wing is gonna go. And I have a piece of PVC pipe. And I thought if I put the PVC pipe through and then put the wings on this way, then I can pull it away from his body a little bit rather than making it all one solid piece with the wing. And that way, this is an idea. I don't know if I'm gonna do it for sure because it may be problematic, but that way the kids can sit on him and it would be a really cool photo op. Now, at the very least, my kids will sit on him and we can do it that way. But if I cover him in clay, he'll be super hard and that no one can accidentally break him. So he may be a prop in the haunt, he actually might be a photo op. I'm going to play around with that idea. In either case, I'm going to do the wings that way so my kids can get on him. And I think it would be really fun to do that. I've been wanting to do kind of a more interactive photo op, and I think that would be a fun thing. So, and then down here, his feet, just like in the movie, here's a movie picture here. Okay, his foot is raised up. He's going to be holding or resting his foot there on a pumpkin. So that's why his foot is up just a little bit. You can see right here, the little pumpkin's gonna go right there. I might have to make it, or I might have one that's the right size, we'll see. But anyway, here he is, and I will cover him with clay and I'll give him an update soon. Alright, oh, and then here's the back side. Over here. Ronan's actually been working on his first try at the hot wire foam cutter. He did a sign, and then you can see back here, he was helping me. He got a little carried away, but I told him not to worry. I can fill that part in with clay, but I think he did a really good job. I just asked him to round this side out, and so that's his attempt, and he did very good. So anyway, update soon. I'll give you guys a quick little update on Buckbeak. So he's had 3 recipes of paper mache clay. So I've got most of his backside, his neck, his chest. I'm just leaving the area where the wings are going to be put on separate because I want to figure out how I'm going to attach it on there and do the clay at the same time. So, but, and his face hasn't, I'm leaving that, his face to the last just because I want to spend a bit more time on the shape of his beak. But you can see a lot of it is done, and then I'm making another batch of paper mache clay, so I'm guessing maybe 1 or 2 more batches will cover him completely, and then I can focus on the wings, and then I can focus on his face and the top of his head. So this is actually drying pretty quick. It's hot, so I shouldn't take too long. And then I can focus on the wings, and I do need to do figure out how to do a tail, and then figure out his back legs just need to like come out just a little bit and tucked underneath, so he'll see the 2 hooves on one side. So I think I'll use another piece of foam for that, and then clay over that. So anyway, here is Buckbeak. I'll have another update very soon. So here's what Buckbeak looks like now. As you can see, he's turning into quite the clay project. This is the largest clay project I've done to date. I think I'm on my 4th batch. Yeah, 4th batch of paper mache clay, which one batch is 3 rolls of toilet paper. So you can kind of get an idea how big he is. I finally got part of his wings going, and we put a beak on him. It's not completely done. It has to be done in stages, just like I did the witches last year. So a little bit on and then a little bit on, and it has to dry so it's strong enough to take on more. Otherwise it gets too heavy and it falls down. So he's got a small little beak, and I'll make it longer maybe today. We've been getting some good sun, so they obviously dry faster in the sun. And then I have his legs turned over. I'm actually claying the bottom. I wasn't going to, but then I was worried because his talons here are a little narrow, and you know, it didn't take much, even though the piece of foam I used was pretty sturdy it wouldn't take much to break it. So I thought, well, I'm just clay the whole thing over. So his legs are done, they're just drying. So they're completely clayed. And then this piece here, this is part of his wing. So the wings will be detachable for storage purposes. So they actually, I think last time I was talking about, you know, which I'm basically making more work for myself, but I could have made the wing completely against him and just made it part of the solid piece of foam, but you know, I'm still thinking about having the kids sit on him, so I just made the wing kind of removed a little bit away from his body just for effects, and so they're actually, you know, like riding him. So they will be able to attach onto the PVC and then be removed. So that's the idea. And then I still have an area down here that I don't have clay because I need to put his back legs just to the side, kind of when he's lying down. So that's him so far, other than the wings and a little bit more of the beak and his little hooves on the back. He's done. I haven't started the second wing yet, but I've been using the clay for other projects, so it's been mostly him, but a few other miscellaneous things. So anyway, I think these videos are getting a little long, so I'm going to have a part 1, and then I will have a part 2 of Buckbeak very soon. He's a big project, and he's not the only monster we're doing, so I'm hoping to speed things up and get everything done that we want to get done for the Harry Potter haunt. So I will have an update soon.